family,
Yes,
don't you
that
think
is-
you'll be
that is-
burdening them?
Yes.
Yes? Because at some point your parents need to see you taking
Yes.
off.
Yes.
You can't keep coming back to them, right?
Yes.
So have you thought of that?
So I thought every time I got a good job in a
Okay.
very good MNC or whatever,
Okay.
then I saw them, they will be happy, and then I think they don't
Okay.
expect
so
more,
you're-
any more thing from.
So you think by being in a good job, in a good position,
Yes,
then
they will be. They are
that's how
happy.
you'll make them happy.
Yes.
Alright. So your success is measured in that.
Yes.
Right? They obviously all parents want to see their children successful. So and suppose it takes time for you to get successful.
Yes.
Everybody has different time frames, isn't it? Not everybody can be successful very early in life. Do you think oh, my parents are going to be feeling bad about me, I haven't got a good job?
No. They don't give us a single chance to bad feel about that.
Okay. So but then see, when you say you depend on your family for your strength.
Not depending on, but they are supporting me everywhere,
Okay.
in every situation.
Suppose one day your parents say, "Chalo, ho gaya, we're not going to support you anymore. You have to be on your own. Just come back to
Then that time I will be successful. That time.
How is that possible? But your strength is taken away from you, no? Because your family is your strength. Your strength is taken away from you. How you will be successful without strength?
Then that time I will be get my way how to work for success and.
So only if you're pushed into a situation like that, you'll find your way. Is that how it is going to work for you? Because that can't be the situation, right? You have to make your own way at all times.
Yes.
Don't always wait for a situation where you're helpless and then find a way to get out of it. Right? You should always make your way.
Always first.
Don't say, yes, my family is there, I know they're going to support me, they are my strength. If you'll get into a complacent zone where you don't feel challenged, you don't feel threatened. Only if these two things happen can you push yourself and come out. It's like drowning in water, right? Suppose you have an inflated tube around you, and that inflated tube is your family. You'll happily swim. But are you actually swimming there? No, you're just floating with the help of the tube. If the tube is not there, then somehow you'll find your way to come out of the water, right? So don't get into a complacent mode. Get aggressive. Okay? Don't be very calm and accepting of everything, because that's the feel I'm getting, right? You can't say that things will happen. Let me wait for it to happen. Are you a go-getter, or you'll wait for something to happen? Today's world is very difficult.
Yes.
So think about it and tell me. Suppose you're waiting for an opportunity, right? You know it's going to come to you, but in the last minute the opportunity is gone. What will you?
I will wait for the next.
You'll wait for the next opportunity. What if there's no next opportunity?
That might become,
How can you predict it?
because every day opportunities are for.
What if it takes a few years for the next opportunity to come up? You have your family to support you.
Yes.
That's bad. That's bad. You're burdening your family. Get a little more aggressive, isn't it? When you miss an opportunity, you should find out why you missed that opportunity and if there's a way to get it back. Right? Because today's world is harsh. Nobody's going to wait and say, oh, he's feeling bad, let us give him a chance. No. You have to go fight for it. You have to prove yourself and say, I am fit for this was mine. Why you didn't give me this? Right? Because nobody's going to wait and look back. People will step on you and go forward. They won't even realize they've stepped on you. Forget about even looking down. Right? What is your goal? First goal. A short-term goal. Okay. 2 years from now, where do you see yourself? Please don't tell me a job in MNC. I'm tired of hearing it for the last 2 hours. You don't want a job in MNC?
I want, but when I learn many more things, which technically I am strong, I think I am capable for this company. That time
Okay, so 2 years from now, what do you see yourself doing? Today you are looking out for opportunities. You are talking to people who will help you find something in life. But 2 years from now, where do you see yourself? 2 years only. I'm not looking at a very long time frame.
developer or test engineer.
Okay.
This
You wanna-
profile I look at.
So you're suitable. You are okay with either of yours.
So
But-
you don't want to earn money?
Yes, I want.
No, we'll give you opportunity without money. You have to work as a test engineer or as a developer.
Yes.
You got your first. This one, whatever goal
I
is.
work for- Without money, I will work.
You'll work?
Yes.
Okay. Good to hear that.
That's because he has the support of his family.
Yeah.
No, but I need
How
to.
will you-
But I need to learn. What is?
But your learning is
what-
over after you graduated from engineering.
No, what is real time? What is happening inside the company? I have to learn that.
So you'll work without salary.
Yes.
That's very idealistic. It doesn't work that way. How long do you think you have to pay rent?
I think 6 months.
So for 6 months you can work without salary.
Yes.
And what happens in the 7th month if you don't get salary?
I will change.
You'll change the job. And what if in that job also they're telling you come as a trainee, we won't pay you anything?
No, that every time that will not happen. But because
That
you
is
have,
not in your hands. You have no control over it. Isn't it? I think you're in a very complacent zone where you're very comfortable because you know somebody is taking care of you. Right? You have to get out of that zone. In fact, after the first graduation, when I say first graduation, I mean the undergraduation. From after that itself, you should consider yourself an independent person. Don't think, it's nice that you're blessed with a family to support you, but don't make that your weakness. Because going forward, that will become your weakness in life. When it is constantly going to be something that, you're going to fall back on. There's a cushion called family. There's a cushion called family which is going to protect you from every time you fall. That will become a major deterrent for you. It will not help you grow. Right? If you have to grow, you have to get up and move. Isn't it? Suppose say in a company, I'll give you a situation. You're in a company where you have been given a task. You said you're open to being a developer or a tester. Right? You were given the task of testing a particular module, and you did partly. The second half you didn't do. Your boss is very understanding, right? You went home. Your boss stayed back and completed it for you. Next day morning when you come and see, will you be happy about it? You left one job halfway through and your boss completed it for you. Will you be happy about it? Job is done.
no,
Whether you did it or your boss did it, the job is done. Will you be happy about it?
no, I'm not happy.
Why not?
Because that is my task and I have to finish that.
Correct.
If I left after half of the day, then that my duty to fulfill that and another day. Next
Okay,
day.
all right. So suppose you didn't complete the job. I'm just changing the situation now. You left it halfway through, right? And the job was not done, and because of that, your boss has fired you. What will you do? You lost your job because you left one job incomplete. What will you do? Will you get dejected? Will you take that as a feedback and move on?
I take it as a feedback.
But it's going to be tough getting that kind of a feedback if it goes on your record. It's going to be very difficult to get another job, isn't it? So you should always be in one aggressive mode, right? Get out of that comfort zone and go. There's a very cliched term for that. Be a go-getter. Go and get stuff. Don't wait for things to come to you. Because today's world is not for people who wait. We have to go and grab opportunities. We have to go and fight for stuff. And if something is given to you, it is your task to complete it. Right? So don't think that it's my task, it will be done. But by when it should be done, how it should be done, that is what defines your job as your job. Otherwise it can be anybody's job, no? Right? How do you define yourself as a person? You've written here your strengths and all that, but how do you define yourself as a person? Because you've written very briefly about yourself here. You've written about your family members, you've written about your graduation. What are your strengths and weaknesses? What is Devabrat? If somebody asks, Devabrat, describe yourself, what will you say? Don't say I'm a graduation. Huh?
Devabrat is a job seeker.
Job seeker is a very temporary phase. That doesn't define your personality. isn't it?
But nowadays, that is
Don't say that. Don't say that you're a job seeker. It's a very small aspect of what you are. It won't be there tomorrow. But what are you as a person? Are you very positive? Are you very accommodating? Are you very friendly? Or do you take time to make friends?
no. I'm very friendly and
Okay.
positive.
You're very positive and you're friendly. Suppose your friend does something bad to you. Something very negative.
I never mind.
You don't mind. Then everybody's going to take you for a ride.
Sorry.
Everybody will take you for a ride. They say, Devavrat won't matter. Doesn't matter. Today we
No, everybody doesn't do that.
No, you're living in a very ideal world.
Yes.
Step out and come to the practical world. See, he's also agreeing because he's also been there. He has also faced such situation. All of us have. See, today it may seem very small to you, right? Tomorrow when it happens in a bigger scale, where it cannot be rectified, then it becomes a problem. But then it will be too late. Because you have already made yourself that kind of a person who's okay with everything happening around him. Because when a company takes you for a job, they also see that, right? How responsible. See, you're a very responsible person. But when it comes to getting work out of others, are you a team player? Are you a leader? Are you a follower? Are you an underdog? All these also matters, no? I was just telling the example of being hardworking and smart working. Today the companies will take who?
Smart work.
Are you a smart worker or are you a hard worker? You have to change that, right? Yeah. So you have to do a lot of understanding of yourself to change that. Yeah? Any questions, Amlan?
No.
Chalo. Thank you. All the best.